afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. 4-yard line. This is Derrick Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And it's complete. Henry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. A good pickup there, 22.
16-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Derrick Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
That's good.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
A gain of 13.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a handoff looking right. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards.
A gain of 52 yards. And a Browns first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Goal, Cleveland.
Nothing our score after one.
With the score, Titans 6, Browns 0.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Browns 7, Titans 6.
McCann's got it teed up. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
3rd down and the 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
At the 43-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
Running out of the
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14. Titans 6.
McCann's got it teed up. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete here.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, and this announcer kind of speechless. Cannot explain what just happened there. Utter lunacy. He ran the wrong way, the length of the field, and gave up a safety. I'm not even going to try to unpack that one.
Good move. Let's just leave that one alone, shall we?
Yeah, cat's got our tongue here in the booth. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
37-yard line.
Carry now for Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Christian Bolton.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 21-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to
Quez Watkins there to make the grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
3, Titans 8.
McCann's got it teed up. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They're going to look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Andrew Billings able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back now in Nashville. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They run the counter. Henry. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Tucker
McCann's got it teed up. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. the defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Conley. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got playing to catch.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Down at the 43-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cleveland, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.